So, good day everyone. We are the Group 5 and we will discuss our topic Protective Alarm and Communication Security.
There are 5 types of locks. First, we have operated lock, padlock, combination, card operated lock, and the last one is electronic lock. So first, we have the operated lock. So what is operated lock? It uses some sort of arrangement of international physical barriers which prevent the lock from operating unless they are properly aligned. The key is the device used to align these internal barriers so that the lock may be operated. So, gumagamit ito ng ilang way ng pag-aayos ng mga panloob na pisikal na hadlang na pumipigil sa lock sa paggana maliban kung maayos na nakahanay ang mga ito. Ang susi ay ang device na ginagamit upang ihanay ang mga panloob na hadlang na ito upang ang lock ay maaaring patakbuhin. The second one is a padlock. A portable and detachable lock having a pivoted or a sliding handle which passes through a tapering or the lock and is made fast or secured. Isang portable na detachable lock na may pivoted o sliding handle na may naglalagay ay may tapering o katulad nito at ginawang mabilis o secured. So the third one is combination lock. A lock that requires a manipulation of parts according to a predetermined combination code of numbers. Isang lock na nangangailangan ng pamaninipula ng mga bahagi ayon sa isang paunang natukoy na kombinasyon ng code ng mga numero. The fourth one is the card-operated lock. It is a type of lock that can be opened by inserting a coded card in a slot in the lock or by pushing the correct button on the surface of the lock. So, uri ng lock na maaaring buksan sa pamamagitan ng pagpasok ng isang naka-code na card sa isang puwang sa lock o sa pamamagitan ng pagpindot sa tamang button sa ibabaw ng lock. And the last one is the electronic lock. So, a type of lock that can be closed and opened remotely by electronic means. So, uri ng lock na maaaring isara at buksan ng malayuan sa pamamagitan ng electronic na paraan. I'm going to discuss to you the type of keys. So, there are 4 types of keys. We have the change key, submaster key, master key, and grandmaster key. So, first, we have the change key. So, what is change key? A change key to a single lock. Iisang klase lang po siya ng susi na para sa iisang kandado. The second one is the submaster key. So, what is the submaster key? A key that can open all the locks within a particular area or a grouping. So, iisang susi na maaaring magbukas ng lahat ng mga kandado sa loob ng isang particular na lugar o pagpapangkat. The third one is a master key, a special key capable of opening series of locks. Isang espesyal na susi na may kakayahang magbukas ng isang serye ng mga kandado. And the last one is the grandmaster key. So what is this? A key that can open everything in a system involving 2 or more master key groups. So, isang susi na maaaring magbukas ng lahat sa isang sistemang kinakasangkutan ng 2 o higit pang mga master key na group.
Good day everyone. I will discuss to you the security communication system. A security communication system is a setup that helps security teams share information, coordinate action, and respond quickly to situations. It ensures smooth communication between team members in various settings like buildings, events, or public spaces. So, security communication is important for protecting sensitive data in today's interconnected world. It is essential features of secure communication technology includes end-to-end encryption, multi-factor authentication, and access control. Also, I will discuss to you the devices of security communication system, like radios, mobile phones, desktop-based station, virtual private network or VPN, cryptographic protocols, and modems. First, I will discuss the radios. Security teams use portable handheld mobile and two-way radio headset. Radio communication uses radio waves to transmit and receive information. So the purpose of radios is to let security teams stay connected and work together, especially in emergencies. Mobile phones. Mobile phone security teams use mobile phones as a communication device. So phones, it helps security staff to communicate when radios might not have enough range. Next is desktop-based station. Security teams use desktop-based station as a communication device. So the purpose of desktop-based station is it allows the control room operator to communicate with all security teams members. Next is virtual private network or VPN. VPN devices help keep employees traffic within the internal network instead of going directly to the internet. So VPN is like a digital shield keeping all security communication is safe and private when using internet. Next is cryptographic protocols. Cryptographic protocols like TLS or DTLS provide encryption, authentication, and integrity checking for secure communication between embedded devices. Next is modem. Modems converted digital signals into analog signals that can be transmitted over telephone lines, cable system, or other communication mediums.
Communication system. Communication system is a system models that describe communication exchange between two station, transmitter, and receiver. Ito ay isang modelo ng sistema na naglalarawan ng pagpapalitan ng komunikasyon sa pagitan ng dalawang istasyon. Cryptography, encryption, and decryption. Cryptography is the process of hiding or coding information so that the only person a message was intended for can read it. The art of cryptography has been used to code message for thousands of years and continues to be used in cards, computer, password, and e-commerce. So ano nga ba yung cryptography? Cryptography is a pagtatago ng impormasyon or parang dun sa messenger, 'di ba? Yung end-to-end encryption, parang nilalagyan siya ng code para pag nilagin ng ibang tao yung account mo sa ibang device, 'di ba? Kailangan niya ng code para ma-open mo yung messenger at mabasa mo lahat ng information dun sa messenger niya. Ganon. Encryption is the process by which a readable message is converted to unreadable from prevent unauthorized parties from reading it. Ito naman yung sa messenger ulit, yung nangyayari na parang ayaw mong isin yung chat niya pero nasisin mo siya pero sa kanya hindi niya nakikitang nasisin mo siya pero nasisin mo siya kahit hindi niya nakikita. Yung parang sa pag-save ng message ganon. Yung sa may yung sa may red receipt ganon. Yung parang pag naka-on yung red receipt mo sa kanya, makikita mo at makikita niya kung nasin mo ba yung message niya. Tapos pag naka-off naman yon, hindi niya makikita na sinisin mo siya or nasisin mo yung chat niya. Ganon. Decryption is the process transform encrypted information into original format. Ito naman yung parang yung process na nagta-transform na siya sa original format, yung parang binabalik niya na yung mga na-encrypt na information. Ganun.
Cybercrime. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime refers to illegal activities carried out using computers, network, or the internet. These crimes exploit digital systems and often involve stealing sensitive information, damaging systems, or disrupting online services. Cybercrime can target individual, organization, or government. Types of cybercrime. Identity theft. Stealing personal information such as social security numbers, banking details, or password to impersonate someone for financial gain. Phishing. Fraudulent emails or message designed to trick users into revealing sensitive information like password, credit card numbers, or login credentials. Hacking. Unauthorized access to computer systems, networks, or data. Hackers may deface website, steal data, or disrupt operation. Ransomware. Malicious software that locks users out of their systems or encrypts files, demanding payment, often in cryptocurrency, for restoration. Malware attack. Spreading harmful software such as viruses, worms, or spyware to disrupt operation, steal data, or damage system. Cyber-talking and harassment. Using online platforms to stalk, threaten, or harass individuals, often resulting in emotional or psychological harm. Financial fraud includes activities like credit cards fraud, online payment fraud, or stock manipulation schemes through cyber means. Distributed denial or service and attack overloading a server or network with excessive traffic, causing it to crash and interrupt services. Online scams. Fake job offers, lottery scams, or romance scams designed to deceive individuals into giving money or information. Intellectual property theft. Stealing or distributing copyrighted materials, trade secrets, or proprietary information without authorization. Cyber espionage. Gaining unauthorized access to confidential information for political, economic, or strategic advantage, often targeting government or corporation. Child exploitation. Using the internet to produce, distribute, or access illegal materials related to child abuse. Online drug and weapon trafficking. Selling illegal goods or substance through dark web marketplace. Social engineering. Manipulating people into divulging confidential information through deception or impersonation. Cyber-terrorism. Attacks on critical infrastructure such as power grid, water supply systems, or communication networks for political or ideological reasons. Cryptocurrency crimes. Crimes like cryptojacking, using someone else's computer power to mine cryptocurrency, or cryptocurrency theft to hacking or phishing.
Potential risks of cybercrimes to national security. Cybercrimes pose significant risks to national security by targeting critical infrastructure, government systems, and sensitive information. These attacks can disrupt essential services like energy, healthcare, and transportation, and compromise classified data, and undermine public trust in institutions. Nation-state actors and cybercriminals may use these attacks to destabilize economies, influence political processes, and weaken national defense capabilities. As digital realms grows, the threat to national security from cybercrimes becomes increasingly severe.